I miss her already. Why did you have to go?
Why?
Who is it?
Hey, what you doing?
Nothing. Nothing out of the unordinary.
Still pining over Gwen, huh?
Like you guys said before, I think I need to let it go. There is no one out there for me. No one as special as she was. I know. I can't keep thinking about her anymore.
Look, I know she was one of a kind, but I think you need to move on.
Yeah. I do. If only if I could be recommended to see if I can find someone else, a new soulmate. So, just can't keep thinking about the past with her much longer. She was beautiful, wasn't she?
This is why you need to move on. Or maybe I can hook you up with somebody similar to her.
I told you that Valentine's Day thing that Valentine of yours was false. So who was she? That woman that was stalking me just for 2 days. Speaking of which, wasn't that girl that was the daughter of that scorpion spider squid thing? Was that her? That squid spider whatever that thing is? Yeah. I think it was her. I'm not quite sure. I'll look it up in the Ranger database. She probably saw me next, and I'm going to be her target in this episode.
Recently making interesting progress. Good. I got a sweet plan for my queen to finish off the Rangers. Speaking of which, I want to find that rotten evil witch. Where's that insectile excuse of a hag? Deviant? I thought we forbiddenly told you, get off the scorpion stinger. You're violating the restraining order, remember? 3 words. That restraining order. I want to see her. Now. The answer is no. You're not allowed to see her anymore. You steadily continue to keep violating the restraining order, do you? You are so stubborn. She told you step far away from her as much as dire possible. But instead, you steadily continue to keep coming on board the ship. You just steadily keep continuing to mess around with the restraining order, otherwise she's going to call it the Armada. The hell with the Armada. I'm here to give her something I was trying to give her since last week, on Valentine's Day, while she had her little so-called encounter with the Blue Ranger, as I heard. It's none of your business, Deviant. Get off the ship. Don't make me have to call her to destroy you. Seems like we've been going through this exact same argument since last week, huh? That's funny. Would I like to introduce to you my latest machine, latest monster, if you will? No, thank you. May I present to you Red Eye. Basically, you just rebuilt the monster that King Mondo had from his machine empire. Well, anything better than that stupid Xeon Empire? As according to the restraining order, Trakeena said, don't give her anything. As in other words, in any means, a gift from you to her. You keep violating this restraint, that rule from the restraining order. You know what, Villamax? I don't really care anymore about that restraining order. I'm sick and tired of hearing about it. If I want to give Trakeena a monster to destroy the Rangers, I'm going to give it to her. She told you none of the above. She told you stop sending her stuff. She doesn't want it. You just steadily continue to annoy my queen, my empress. You know, you are starting to get on my last nerve now. Take me to her, or I will destroy you, like I planned a couple of times before. Because I'm sick of your foolish loyalty to her. I'm sick of this. I'm sick and tired of this. It's getting on my nerves. Well, you keep getting on my last nerve. What do you want me to do, Master Deviant? Go down to Terra Venture and take down the Power Rangers for me, while I deal with an old friend. As you wish, Master. You have 3 seconds to leave the Scorpion Stinger. Fine, but next time, you and her are going to be mine the next time I see her. And I mean it. Let's see what she's up to.
Seems like I just found my next target. The Green Ranger. Speaking of which, what was that ruckus in the hallway? It better not be what I think it was.
My queen, I can explain. I can explain. Deviant. He just steadily just keeps calling to talk to you and send you something.
That traitor is going to be the death of me by the time I die. I thought he is not supposed to be on this ship. He is somehow keep calling me and always going the...
I know, right? I think we need to take some invasive action against him.
Who on earth he thinks I am? His mother? I am so not MILF material. He needs help. If he doesn't get help, I'm gonna make him and show him to get help. By me. Either he wants it the easy way or the hard way.
Why not both?
It has to be one or the other. The easy or the hard. Well, guess what? I'll give him the hard one.
That may work.
I'll show him not to mess with me. But for now, my attention is on the Green Ranger. He's gonna be for later. I don't have time for his immaturity.
Go do that, Your Highness.
Hey, what are you doing out here? I thought you was doing your job over at the command tower. I was, but I wanted to alert to you that you got yourself a secret admirer just like I did last week. Man, ain't this something. Who is it? Is it that lady that we were talking about again? Now, inform me who she was. Remember what Scorpius said about his so-called daughter? That daughter of his in which we speak? I just started to find out that Scorpius's daughter is named Trakeena. That's that bug lady that was stalking me. She doesn't look like Daddy's little girl anymore. She's like Daddy's little girl, all mature, all grown up, all responsible, and all strong-willed and empowered and everything. And for somehow, I guess I have to admit, like I said to her last week, her and I are no match for each other. Now all of a sudden she wants you as the Green Ranger. Sounds like a reverse around from last time, huh? I'll take a look at her. You've seen her before, you know. We didn't fight or anything because I just had to speak straight up to her that I'm not her type of guy that she should be with. For some reason, I don't think she even believes in true love. I don't think she's ever had romantic feelings for anyone. All her life is ever hell-bent on was nothing but hatred and destruction. Let me look into that while I face her. But be careful though, she's kind of dangerous. She's the kind of woman that you should have never messed with, because she is one lethal dangerous person. Even though I've never put my hands on a female, but regardless how dangerous she is, Whatever her fighting attributes are, she is no match for any of us, and definitely me. This is why I gotta deal with her myself. Can I at least come with you? Sorry, man. This is for the Green Ranger, and the Green Ranger only.
I can sense your presence behind me right now. You're like a shadow within a shadow, following my every move. I didn't think you would show up, but you did. What is it that you're expecting? A fight? A conversation? An uncertain surprise? What is it that you seek?
Why you know so much about us? What was you trying to prove last time?
Well, I somehow have always had admiration for you. But it seems like you always tend to play that chicken game. Every time when you see me, you run and cower in fear. Are you afraid of a bug? Are you afraid of cockroaches, spiders, or any kind of insect scattered around under the depths of the grounds of a planet? I can see in your face you are scared of me. You shouldn't be scared of me. Why do you keep running? The more you fear of me, the more fear is fed to me. And the more cowardice come from the individual, it feeds upon me and makes me stronger.
Reason why? I'll tell you my reason. I just don't want to be around you. Cause you know I have a phobia of bugs. Even though I fight them, but I wouldn't really date someone who's dressed like that. If you were some kind of other kind of themed species of evil, I don't think I would even want to be part of it, but I had no choice but to stay away from you as much as possible. It's just, you are not my type. And another thing, I'm not the ranger you're looking for. Not even my friend in the blue.
Yeah, that's funny. The Green Ranger I recalled married my character's counterpart in reality. Regardless, this is an alternative dimension of what was already transpired before, but entirely played out different in this day and age.
Yeah, well, you don't know a thing about me. I'm still not that Green Ranger you're talking about. Regardless, I have the suit. Regardless, I have the same Zord. So what?
I was hoping you were gonna make a old lady reference like your friend did last time, but I know you ain't gonna do it. Because you are not dumb enough.
Yeah, I am not. I'm not as dumb as you think. Well, tell me, what is it that you want from me?
There is something about you as the Green Ranger. You're not as annoying or a coward as the other one. You seem too confident in yourself. Sure, you may be Mr. Badass, but there is something about you beneath that suit and helmet. I don't think you're really the Green Ranger I know. Or if that's so, but what is it about you that makes you invulnerable and less humorous? You don't even have that charm like the one I knew. The one I knew was well played by nature, and a hard to crack one. You seem too street, too worth playing by the books, and too educated. And as much like they say, beauty and brawn do not mix. They are insufferable from each other. And that's a fact.
Don't make this harder than it seems. Because I don't know what on earth you're talking about. It's just, you just need to stick with today's times. Yeah, sure, whatever you did back in the day, that worked then. Here, this is now. You can try to get back on your feet and do the exact same thing you did all over again, this time with me as a ranger. In this day and age. But regardless, you can't do the things you used to do back in the day, today, because the world as we're living in it now is different. Way different from before. And you should know that. You're probably hoping that you want to change the entire timeline of our team's legacy, don't you? That's probably your next goal.
I don't do time travel. I just want to keep your timeline consistent by not trying to alter your present or future. I'd rather leave the stuff unchanged. And I want to see what it's like living in your time as a ranger. If I wasn't all that evil right now, tell me, what do you think I should be doing right now instead of sending monsters to destroy you or try to invade your colony? Your embodiment of Terraventure. Your run as a ranger. And imagine in a world, in this kind of world, if I was never around, but if I was just an instant shadow. Imagine that. Right now. Regardless with me back from the dead, I just want another chance in life, but still do the exact same thing over and over again. Only the real Galaxy Rangers can try to stoop me down from the top of their game and at the top of my peak. But enough of that. I got something to prove to you how truly cold and empty and broken I am to get rid of you.
Okay, impress me. Send me a monster and I can whoop its ass anytime, any day. And I can send my condor and eat it for breakfast or lunch, whatever preference. Send me your latest monster and I can whoop its ass right here, right now.
And another thing, when do you start using that such language in front of me? Don't you realize that kind of language burns my ears? But okay, I'll send one of my latest monsters. Even if it ain't one of mine, but one of random. And I have the pleasure of sending it to hurt you in which you speak.
Well, maybe if I have something better else to say about it, you witch.
Where do you come from? Weren't you already dead? And what did I just say to anyone calling me a name like a witch? I ain't a witch.
Well, you sure hell do look like one to me.
You know, I was hoping I could help you out.
Well, you came at the last minute. And for another thing, who are you? Why you keep popping up all of a sudden?
Well, I don't want another fellow ranger getting in serious danger. That's why I showed up.
Oh, and just to even the odds.
Manta Ray, at your service. What do you want me to do, my queen?
Finish them off.
With pleasure.
There is no way that witch is gonna get away that easily.
With her gone, I can keep you two rangers busy.
Yeah, well, your queen is nothing but a coward for leaving the battlefield while she's at it.
Maybe we can even the odds as I grow.
That definitely ain't none of her monsters, isn't it?
Let's even the score, Rangers!
I thought you guys can use a little help. Where on earth did that monster come from? Yeah, but who on earth is the Pink Ranger is beyond me. Once when we're done with this fight, we want to know who you are.
Well, that can wait till later.
You're right. Initiate Galaxy Megazord.
Well, you and your Megazord will not stop me. Bring it on! Oh! Is that all you got? I don't think so. Take this!
We're not through yet.
What? How can you still be standing?
That's because good always triumphs over evil.
Your Megazord isn't so tough against me. I have more power.
Prove it.
Impossible.
Let's even the odds up a bit with some backup. Yeah, speaking of which, Stratoforce Megazord.
Stratoforce Maddest Force. Give me a break. One Megazord will be easy, but two will be a challenge for me. That won't matter, because I will destroy both of you! Is that all you got?
Now let's just wrap everything up. Condor Galactazor missile mode, full power!
Uh-oh! You haven't seen the last of me!
There she is. Okay, this has been going a little long enough. Tell us who you are. Reveal yourself. You don't need to hide. We just want to know, how did you get a hold on the pink quasar saber? Or became the Pink Ranger? That's all we want to know.
There's nothing to be afraid of. Show yourself. I'm afraid to. If you want to know who I am, why should I? I'm scared. There's no reason for you to be afraid. Why do you guys want to know a lot about me?
Just demorph, will ya? We just want to find the girl behind the suit.
Well, I guess there's no other options then. Okay.